So today I kind of wanted to speak out on something that I found kind of hits home, hits hard for me. It's on the topic of love. Something that, as somebody who didn't grow up within the church, you always kind of question the true meaning of love and what love is from God. Because speaking for myself, I didn't grow up in a wealthy household. I didn't really grow up with much of a family. So my preconceived ideas of love kind of came from this notion that we earn love, that our love kind of has a guideline and set boundaries that we have to fit within in order to receive love and affection from one another. And I started reading Return of the Prodigal Son, and kind of hit home, kind of hit hard for me that to God, love does not fit any boundaries. It does not define what we earthly beings consider to be love. I mean, it is an unconditional, holy thing that He has for each and every one of us. And something that I recently heard from my wife that I found quite inspiring and important is that no, He does not love each and every one of us the same. He loves each and every one of us differently. And that's important that He loves us differently, because that's what makes us who we are, and it defines our characteristics as beings. He loves that about us. But back on point though, so I was reading Return of the Prodigal Son, and it kind of looks at how God's love is truly unconditional. God understands that He created beings who are knowledgeable and want to look for more and want to grow both spiritually and emotionally and so forth. But part of our growth as children comes when we want to figure out the boundaries between what we accomplished and what father or parent accomplished. So we all end up going on our ways thinking that there's greener pastures and trying to find out who we are and what it is that we are capable of accomplishing without our parents, or in this case, God. So we go out on our own. We go thinking that we can accomplish anything. The world is ours for the taking, and we're going to do this all without the Father, right? So we go out. We find out that the world's not as green and as great as what we thought. People end up spitting on us, kicking us, pushing us over. We end up sleeping outside. We're getting treated as though we are nothing. And in our minds, though, we can't go home. We're too prideful. We're too arrogant. And we're going to prove Him wrong. We're going to prove Him that we can do this without Him. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a dirty and hateful mindset, but it's just that preconceived idea that we can do this. It was us who accomplished A, B, and C without Him. It wasn't thanks to Him, it was thanks to us. And again, that sounds like we're demeaning the Father, but in this case, it's just part of growth and development that I believe God understands and acknowledges. And so we're going to end up going out on our own. We're going to find out though that, oh shoot, maybe it wasn't us. But though we're going to be too prideful, and we're going to think that we can't go home because the Father's going to look down on us. What is He going to think about us? What is He going to think when we come home? It's just going to be a, I told you so. So it's going to take us hitting rock bottom before we finally reach that point of acknowledging and accepting that, oh shoot, I really can't do this. I'm on the ground crying and I can't do this. I can't move anymore, and there's nowhere for me to go. So at that point, we finally hit rock bottom and we head home. Tail's probably going to be between the legs. We're going to be moping on home. And when we reach home though, we're going to be surprised. The Father's just happy. He's happy that you're home. I mean, He's just been sitting there waiting for you, and that's all He cares about. He's not mad. He's not angry. I mean, he's sad, obviously, but He's just happy that you're home. And that's something that we all got to think about, is that while yes, the Father cares what we do, and He feels our pain and sorrow, ultimately, the true treasure comes from us coming back. And He knows that all of us are going to reach a point where we question whether it's best to stay home where it's safe or venture out and try to search for greener pasture. But ultimately, we all find out that pasture is much greener over on this side, and we really couldn't have done any of it without Him. Something to think about. God bless. Love you all.